Alright, well, I'm back. It's been a while, long while since I posted. But I recently went to Samology in 2023, and I did pick up another Sundown sub. Another, brain fart, ZV6 15 dual 1. Now, the last ones I did have, or still have, they're the dual ones, but they're ZV5s. Pretty much soft parts, all that shit stuff is the same. Coil's different, obviously, and then the motor gap's a little different. But Sundown does do trade-ins, which is pretty cool. Now this is what I got going on. I started it a few days ago. So when you're laying a subfloor in your car for a wall build, let's get some more light in here. Here we go. Right behind that blanket there's my my lithium cell. But when you're building a wall, you got to have a decent foundation for your subs, especially if you plan on putting a lot in there. That's how I start my car, so I gotta have that battery. So I'm doing 3 in a 4th order build. 2-to-1 ratio means one part's going to be sealed, and the other 2 parts going to be a ported section. So the way it works is on the sealed section you're supposed to get the lower punchier base, and the ported section is going to have the upper range of the frequencies, which you really never know anyway with these kind of subs. I've run ported on my ZV5s for a long time. It's a great big box I made. But this comes down. This is painted black here, but this is a 2x4. It runs here because I got vents here, and I didn't want to get rid of my second row. The third row is fine. I didn't want to get rid of the second row, so I got rid of the third row seats. But I wanted to do a C-pillar. So C-pillar here. But I had to make it where I was able to, with my beauty panel, go right in front of this, basically straight down. So I wouldn't interfere with the seat belt, anything like that, and follow it straight down. So I wanted to keep the AC part down here for the floor at least. Didn't want to block that off. This will be blocked off. It's going to be behind it. Nice thing is if I could actually take these vents here and duct it to the back where my amps are going to be located, which is not a bad idea. Of course, my lithium battery. I built this, assembled it, but built this stuff here. Each one of these go to the 6 cells, or the sets of cells here, so I can monitor the voltage. I just don't have it plugged up right now on that. And then your balance boards here. Jim made these. These are really nice. But anyhow, thought I'd do an update since it's been god awful long time. But anyway, for people who are doing this, building a subfloor before they actually build their box, just in case I wanted to get a 4th sub, I'm gonna have to rebuild the box. Well, I don't want to rebuild the floor section. So what I'm doing is building the floor subsection. Still have access to this is for my spare tire. I'm gonna drill some holes down through this region here, because this part's not screwed in here. So I'm probably gonna cut this off about right here, and my positive and negative are gonna run up through here. So this battery is gonna be located back here for the amps. As well as when you're building it, see how that in here. So this is obviously going to be higher than this section here. So when you're laying out 2x4s, and make sure you, when you get 2x4s to do this, get awfully straight 2x4s. You don't want nothing that's, you know, cock crooked. It's not. Trust me, you don't want that. Makes it harder on you when you're laying everything out and trying to get it all built. Basically, you're gonna have to use a level, crisscross the level to keep everything nice and level. But anyway, this is birch ply, just a veneer. It's still good stuff. It's just 1/4 inch stuff, no big deal. Like I said, I'm just using it as a flooring, and then spaces in between here, so you can actually see where I got screws, and they're going to be on the rib parts, which I have sanded and removed the dampening that's like concrete. It's so old, brittle, and the car is really not that old. But get that out of there, scuff it up so your liquid nail can stick, because you want to also glue it down. Sometimes you got to use shims, which I did on this board here where these screw holes are. I had to, just to keep it nice and straight. Like I said, you want to get a decent size level to do that. My 4-footer. But anyhow, before I laid the second piece down, I just wanted to show the progress I've made so far. I'm going to use my beauty panel I have here that's plastic. Like I said, I'm going to make this box where it's removable. So when the box goes in, it's going to be sitting down over this lip, flush with the beauty panel I'm going to make. And then on the top here where the panel, this plastic piece is, you can see the lip here, that's nice and straight. So right there is going to be where I'm going to rest the extra piece of wood that's going to hold the battery. So the box is going to, it's going to be like kind of a right angle. Actually, not kind of, it will be a right angle, straight down to the piece of wood that's going to be the plywood here. That way when I put my box in, I can pull it straight back to this. Make my beauty panels to go around the edges. Already going to have the access to the power coming in, power and ground here for the battery, and then from there the power and grounds, well, the power is going to go to a distribution block for the fuses, and then to the amplifiers that I currently own. Again, you know, shit's hard right now, as far as life. People are trying to make it and shit, so takes forever to save money up to get this shit. Like I said, I did get this on sale at Slamology for $8.50. I bought those when they first came out. Well, I bought one first, and then about a year later bought the other one. But I'm not kidding, I got those for $600 a piece when they first came out. It's a crazy how high inflation has gotten over the last few years. And those are brand new. Literally bought them through 2 local shops. One shop quit selling them, messing with Sundown, and they referred me to another one about an hour from where I live. And he said he was willing to match the price on what he sold it to me for. So there you go. I was running 2 of those. And for the longest time, I was running one of those EV5s off of my SCV 6K on half ohm. No issues. And then after I got the second one, I was running that amp on 1/4 ohm on a daily. No issues either. Now you have to keep it cool because it does get hot. As long as you keep it cool and make sure you don't clip the signal, you know, you can enjoy the radio. But anyhow, I'm gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna try to start recording building my box itself. Like I said, I'm gonna build it on the outside of my vehicle and have my son help me get it in here. It's gonna be a 4th order again. Not too sure. I'm definitely going to the edge of that piece of wood, so it's going to be from there to about, oh, about roughly back here. So when we slide it in, but it has to be able to fit in between here and here. So definitely a work in progress. It's going to take time. I mean, look at EXO. It's taken him months on his build too. So, you know, funds and whatnot, things still ain't back to the way they were. But anyhow, appreciate you clicking on my video and watching it. Again, this is just a beginning of a build. So anyway, peace out.